keep practicing. Never stop learning because life never stops teaching. That practice makes you perfect because there's no such thing as perfect in terms of language learning because even those experts commit errors like errors in grammar. Yeah, so nobody's perfect, but practice helps you improve yourself. So just keep on practicing. I am Teacher May from the Philippines, and I am an English teacher here. I have been teaching for 15 years now. Trainers like you are the best options.
Yeah, thank you so much for the compliment. Okay, so tell me, how are you doing and how's everything going with you?
I'm doing great, and everything is okay. So we have just we have just restored the electricity as well as the internet connection. So it's time for me to use my internet.
Okay, so tell me, how's your teaching journey going?
Oh, yeah. Where? On Hello Talk or here in the Philippines?
As you are teaching on Hello Talk, at the same time you are working in other school as well, so you can describe both the experiences.
Okay, yeah. So my experience in teaching on Hello Talk is awesome because I have a lot of students, especially during summertime, because I was able to focus on giving lessons to them. But now I seldom go there because I'm also busy with my work, and it's challenging because classes have just opened, so we have a lot of tasks to do. Yeah, so maybe some of these days I will go to Hello Talk again and start live streaming again.
That's really great. So, as I haven't seen you on Hello Talk nowadays, right? So, you're not active there
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah. But perhaps I will go there again maybe next week or when I have time.
Okay, all right. So, as I have created this video for my audience, so could you please give your introduction so learners can get to know about you? And if somebody is interested to book a session with you, definitely they can easily reach out to you.
Okay, so first and foremost, thank you so much for inviting me to be here. I am Teacher May from the Philippines, and I am an English teacher here. I have been teaching for 15 years now, and I have been teaching English and other subjects too. And apart from that, I am also a certified trainer on Hello Talk. So, one of the platforms for learning English. And I am a master teacher here in the Philippines. I have TESOL certificate, and also I have IELTS certification, IELTS training certificate. So I was also a trainer on Hello app, but Hello app I think is no longer having their training or classes like before. So I left and transferred to Hello Talk.
Okay, thank you for sharing your introduction and your experience. I really appreciate this thing. So, as I have conducted this session where you can provide some sort of tips and tricks and some sort of strategies, as I have seen most of the learners, they just face the difficulty related to the confidence, right? This is quite a
Mm-hmm.
common thing. In the beginning, if learners are in the elementary stage of learning, so they are not able to have a discussion with some other people. They are not able to face the situation. So, could you please provide some sort of strategies, some sort of tips and tricks to handle this problem? Confidence
Oh
related
yeah.
agitation.
Yeah, so confidence is really important because if you're not confident about what you will say, or if you're not confident, if you don't have the confidence to speak with other people, then it's really impossible for you to achieve your goal of learning. So first and foremost, in order for you to be confident, you must know what what they say, and you have the knowledge, of course, and that knowledge or the piece of information that you will give your audience is from the things that you read, from the things that you saw, and from the things that you listen to. So one very important thing that you have to do is to read books, listen to news or any listening texts, watch videos and other material so that you have the information with you, information that you can share with other people. So in that way, you can build your confidence.
That's
So
really a good
that's
point
what I
that you
do.
have incorporated here. Reading is quite crucial because whenever we go through any kind of content which is related to reading, for instance, we can take articles, novels, and so on. And we can encounter so many new words. At the same time, we are going to learn the appropriate sentence structure as well, right?
Yes. So yeah, reading
Yes.
is very important. The same with listening. So those active skills, I mean, those passive skills are really important. So when you say passive skills, these are the skills that we use to gain information, like reading and listening. And we also have two active skills, writing and speaking. So we cannot do these active skills without acquiring the passive skills first. So you have to read first, you have to listen first before you can write and speak, because you get the information that you will write or you will say from the things that you got when you read and when you listen.
Absolutely. So, as you have been teaching English for the last 15 years, right?
Yes.
So, have you ever come across any learner who was telling that I have been learning this language, it's been 6 months or 8 months, but still my English is not improving? So, what do you want to say about that?
Yes. I always tell them that patience is a virtue. So if you are patient, if you just keep practicing, then it's not impossible to achieve your goal. So just keep practicing. Practice, practice, practice. Practice is the key. So it's not true that practice makes you perfect, because there's no such thing as perfect in terms of language learning, because even those experts commit errors, like errors in grammar. Yeah, so nobody's perfect, but practice helps you improve yourself. So just keep on practicing.
Yes. As I have seen many learners, they are reading and they are emerging themselves in various things, but still they are not getting the appropriate result. So, what do
Yeah,
you think
because
about the consistency?
yeah, you have to be consistent. Constant practice helps you improve yourself. So there is the term constant, or you have to be consistent in everything that you do. Because, for example, you will practice today, then tomorrow you will stop, and then you will do it the next day. Then there's no consistency. So of course you will forget the things that you learned from the previous days. So the next day that you do it, you will start from the very beginning again. So there should be follow ups, and if possible, try to practice with someone who is knowledgeable so that he or she can correct your errors. Because if you keep on practicing without getting feedback from experts, then your practice will be useless.
So it means constructive feedback is quite crucial if we are learning any language, right?
Yes, you need to have some feedback and make sure that once constructive criticism is given to you, you're ready to accept them. So, if, for example, you're given some corrections, don't get offended, because mistakes help you improve yourself. And yeah, once you accept those mistakes, then make sure that you will not repeat the same mistakes anymore. Because if you keep on doing the same mistake, then it means you don't learn anything.
Absolutely. So we can note down those mistakes that we are making. Like self-correction would be there, right? We will be able to correct our mistakes
Yes.
by ourselves rather than depending upon others.
Yeah, but it's also important, as what I mentioned a while ago. Also important that you have others with you to practice with and to correct you, because you cannot tell by yourself if you are not correct or if you have mistakes. If you are not knowledgeable enough, then you cannot automatically spot the mistakes that you commit. So it's really important that somebody or someone will identify and correct your errors.
Absolutely. Because somebody who is holding a robust command over that language, a person who has already gone through the same situation, that person can guide you in a perfect manner because that person has faced all the situations already, right? So they
Yes,
can go through the feedback of the experienced trainer, right? That would be better
correct.
in my
Yes,
interpretation. Yes.
yes. So trainers like you are the best option.
Yeah, thank you so much for the compliment. Okay, all right. So, one question which was popping into my head, as I have seen most of the learner, they are in the like elementary stage, in the beginning. They just want to learn English. So, what kind of plan they can make or the strategy so that they can acquire their targets easily?
Ah, so that is also one of the questions that students usually ask me. So I always tell them that they have to focus on their fluency first before accuracy, which means that they should not focus on grammar first, because if they do that, if they focus on grammar, then they will not be able to achieve the fluency that they want, because they will be very particular with the mistakes that they will commit. Okay, so the grammar hinders a person to learn or to achieve fluency. So just allow yourself to speak without thinking about grammar mistakes. Just keep on speaking fluency first. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And in the elementary stage of learning, we do not have to care about grammar and all, right?
Yes,
But
I'm not saying that grammar is not important. Grammar is very important, because there are there are statements or there are sentences which we cannot understand if the grammar is wrong. What I'm just telling is, don't focus much on it if you are just a beginner. So focus on your fluency first, and then once you're already fluent, then that's the time that you concentrate on grammar. So take it little by little, slowly but surely.
when I was also learning this language, so I was not paying attention on grammar much. What I was doing, I was getting through some kind of feedback from the trainer. So every day they were correcting one mistake. That was sometime that mistake was related to vocabulary. Sometimes it was related to pronunciation, and sometimes they were correcting me. Oh, you have to use this preposition here. You have to use on where you have to use in something like that. Apart from that, oh, here you have to use article a or an rather than going through the
Yes.
content specifically. Oh, today I have to learn articles. Today I have to learn determiners or something. So,
Mm.
whenever you are having a conversation with somebody who is having a good command over this language, at least that person is correcting you one mistake. So, you can note down that. That's how you will be enhancing your fluency rather than going through grammar specifically in the elementary stage of learning, right?
Yes. That is called instant feedback.
Yes.
Yeah, and another thing in terms of learning vocabulary, don't memorize it. Because most of the people I know, if they want to learn vocabulary, they memorize, they write, they get the definition, and then they memorize it. Now, that's not the correct technique because if you memorize it, the tendency is you will forget it. So, what you need to do is just learn the words by using them in your daily living or daily life. So because if you use the words, if you keep on using the words, then you will not forget it. As they say, if you use it, you will not forget it. If you don't use it, you will forget it. So just use those words. Don't memorize them.
Okay, thank you for providing such amazing suggestions. I hope these suggestions are gonna help to the audience. So, what message would you like to give to the learners who are learning English language?
Just keep doing it. Keep practicing. Don't stop. Never stop learning because life never stops teaching. Yes. So
Yes,
just go on. Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, all right. So thank you for joining the session. I really appreciate your efforts that I just texted you and you just responded and you responded that, oh, I'm gonna join. So thank you for this kind gesture and always being available for me whenever I face any kind of difficulty. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. You're always welcome. And thank you so much also for everything.
Yes. Okay, bye. Take care, Teacher May. It was really
Okay.
an immaculate conversation with you, and thank you for making this conversation enlightening.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Take care.